It's always big playing St. Mary's. We're going to have a tough series with them, and just like it is every year. So we'll see what happens on Friday and Saturday. But the good thing is we'll have good weather and we'll get the games in.
St. Mary's, if you look at them, slow start to the year. A lot of people really dismissed them heading into conference play, but now they're 8-2 in their last 10. But also dropped one to Panhandle State, so kind of almost a mystery. Does any of that really affect how you look at it, or does the Battle of the Saints kind of change that?
No, nothing. Nothing affects us when we play. They're in the boat that we're going to be in next year. They lost all their starting pitching from a year ago, so next year we'll be in that scenario. So there's no telling what's going to happen with us next year. But as you see, and good programs do this, as the year goes on, they're trending upward and they're getting better and they're figuring out stuff as they go, and that's really what's happening to them, and their pitching's getting going. And as I saw them at the beginning of the year and you look at their stats, the hitting for them has been constant all year. It's been really good, and their pitching is what has kind of caught up here the last couple of weeks. So we're gonna have to do something to combat that. Our pitching, has been great for us all year, so we know that's going to be there, and we just hope to keep our bats going the way they have been and trending the last couple of weeks.
Absolutely. And so you talked about their hitting. That's kind of their upside, their bright spot. You said it's constant all year. And we were talking a little bit before the interview. Wind is going to be blowing out this weekend. Some might say you wanted to blow in because you've shown you can produce runs on doubles and triples and hitting to the outfield. Do you view the wind blowing out as a good thing or bad thing for you guys?
Yeah, we can also hit home runs. I mean, we've got some big, strong guys, and with Arrowwood doing what he's doing, and Romeo behind him with the 4 home runs he hit in that one game, and everybody else, Watts having a good year in the production of home runs as well. I mean, we've got guys that can pop the ball out of the park, and then Larrick on top of it. So, we've shown we can do that too, and I'd almost rather, out of all the teams I've had at this program in 10 years, this would be the one team that I want the wind to blow out when we play, because we do have the ability to take one swing of the bat and put some runs up on the board more than other teams I've had in the past.
Looking at defense heading into this weekend, or more so the pitching, you mentioned it. Honestly, on pace for a record-setting season so far. Your ERA is second in the country. The best thus far, the best ERA that this program's ever seen. Is that a matter of senior experience, talent, or both?
Both, but don't kid yourself. I mean, having seniors is always a benefit, but you have to be talented, and this group is an extremely talented group on the mound and in the field, and we've proven that. But I was just talking to Coach Wood about that today, how much we are going to lose next year, and we don't realize it at this time. But just the little things of bringing a guy in out of the bullpen that isn't in a starting role for us, but probably could start at a lot of different places, and the performances that they have coming in are things that we're going to really miss next year. I mean, obviously the starting pitching is the glaring one, but when you look at all the little things that go into contributing to that great ERA, which is Tuesday starts well as well, and not just weekends, and pitching through injuries like we are right now with Colin being out, there's a lot of remarkable things going on, and a lot of times when you're caught in the middle of it, you don't appreciate it. You take it a little bit for granted. So hopefully we don't do that, and we understand what we're in the middle of, and we can really capitalize on what's in front of us, but we still got a lot of work to do.
Talked hitting, we've talked pitching. Real quick, defense. Right now, your fielding percentage right at .972. Your entire infield is seniors. Wesley Harris, especially at short, that left side of the infield with Dylan Watts. How does .972, how does that look? How does this infield compare to anything you've ever seen?
It's by far the best we've ever had here. I mean, if you can field .970 at this level, when I talk about this level, it has nothing to do with the players. It has a lot to do with the fields that we play on. We don't play on the most groomed fields in the world. Fields don't have, or teams don't have budgets for that at this level. So when you look at what Wesley Harris is doing, which is just completely remarkable, he's got 2 errors right now in a playing every inning of every game that we've played this year. He sets the tone for us. And then Kevin at second base is one of the best in the country, turning a double play. And Watts has been around long enough now, 4 years, he knows how to play the fields that we go to. And he's not an unbelievably gifted fielder, but he's worked his tail off at it, and he has a really good feel for angles now and reading hops. And the big boy over at first base there really saves us from a lot of errors when you've got a guy that's 6'5", 6'6", reaching out with his arms and also the ability to pick like he has. This team is by far the best defensive team on the infield that I've had, and then you throw Joe into the mix behind the plate, who really takes care of the ball and does everything right. Again, it's a senior group, and it's something that's another thing that you don't realize what you have a lot of times until it's gone, and we're trying to appreciate it this year as well.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Okay, thanks, Sam.